Hey there, guys. So we're going to talk about absolute value and order of operations today. So let's remember that absolute value is the distance that a number is from 0. So remember that a positive 3 and a negative 3 are both 3 steps away from 0. So the absolute value of negative 3 is 3, and the absolute value of 3 is 3. Okay. So distance is written in a positive number. When it comes to evaluating things with absolute value lines, I would recommend you rewrite the statement. This one is pretty straightforward. What's the distance of negative 13? It's 13 steps away. Positive 21 is 21 steps away. When it's a math problem like this, I would rewrite it. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3 steps, plus absolute value of negative 5 is 5 steps. That gives us 8. Okay, so that you're not tempted to look at this as 9 plus negative 8. It's 9 steps from 0. It's 8 steps from 0. Add them together, we have 17. So let's take a look at 15. So this would be 12 steps away plus 15 steps away. We're at 27. Here we have a math problem first, then absolute value. So 21 subtract 17 is 4. And then we do the absolute value. So the absolute value of 4 is 4. Here we have some subtraction problems. So the absolute value of negative 11 is 11 steps away, minus, what's the absolute value of negative 5? 5 steps away, and then I can do that math and get 6. What's the absolute value of 4? He's 4 steps away from 0. Subtract the absolute value of negative 4 is 4 steps away from 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. Okay. Go ahead and give these 3 or 4 a try. And then I will have you pause it, restart, and check your solution. Okay, here we would have negative 8 after we do 15 minus 23. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. Here we have 24 subtract 15. That would give us 9. 28 subtract 26 is 2. And finally, 3 subtract 19 will give us negative 16. Okay, when it comes to order of operations is a way to simplify our math expression. We need to follow these orders. We've talked about calling it GEMS or PEMDAS, right? Grouping or parentheses. Exponents are always second. Multiplication and division are covered in this area, and we move left to right, and adding and subtracting in this step, again, left to right, if those are the only steps that are left. Okay, so we start here and move down. So some of this will include absolute value in it. So let's look at 13. We have an addition, a division, and a multiplication. So in this case, we have division and multiplication needs to come before add and subtract. We do the multiplication and division left to right. So we need to start right here, left to right. So 54 divided by 3. Goes in there, 1, 24, that'd be 8. Then we have the times 2. Okay, do not do the multiply first. We're going to go left to right with multiplication and division. That would be 36. Okay, we've done our dividing and multiplying. Now we can bring back that 7 and finish this up, and our solution will be 43. Okay, here we have no groups, but we do have an exponent. So we have our exponent right following this subtract sign. So 2 to the 5th power, 2 times 2 times 2 times another 2 times another 2. Those 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32. So all I'm going to do is replace that with 32. Okay, so I rewrote the problem. All I did was the exponent. Now I can look for multiplication and division. I have one step of division. That's using up the 32 and the 4. 32 divided by 4 is 8. What do I have left? I'm bringing it down. And this is like a negative 32 divided by that, so it's a negative 8. Okay, now I'm left with adding and subtracting. I do them left to right. So 17 subtract 8 is 9, and 9 plus 6 equals 15. Okay, in problem 15, we have some exponents but no groups, so let's take care of that exponent. 4 squared is 16. So all I'm going to do right now is rewrite the problem. Okay, now I took care of my exponents. I can check for multiplication and division. Looks like I have some multiplication in the middle here. Negative 16 times positive 3. Okay, rewrite what's left. And now we have adding and subtracting, go left to right. So 24 subtract 48 would be negative 24. Then add 15. And we would get negative 9. All right, last one we have what looks like a fraction. Remember, that'll mean division. And we do have a group, and we have some exponents. So let's start inside of our group. We have 7 subtract 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay, all I did was take care of my group. Now let's go ahead and take care of this multiplication here. That would be 10. So we have 3 plus 17 on the numerator. Then we have negative 14 plus 10 with 2 times 5. Okay, now we have to add and subtract before we can divide so that we can do our final step. So 3 plus 17 is 20. Negative 14 plus 10 is negative 4. Now we can divide these, and that will give us negative